Hello, everyone. Welcome to the final day of our Blockchain Community Day conference. And today we delve into a topic that is at the very heart of any successful venture, community. And I'm thrilled to be your moderator for today's insightful talk titled How to Build a Community of Like-Minded Partners Around Your LinkedIn Profile. And in an era where technology often takes center stage, it's easy to overlook the importance of communication and relationship building. However, it's these very technologies that can help us bridge the gap and foster a sense of community. And before we dive in, I remind you to leave your questions in the chat. We'll have a Q&A session at the end of the talk to address them. And now it's my pleasure to introduce our distinguished speaker for today, Marianna Inozemtseva. She's the content team leader at Inozemtseva.online, thought leadership and social selling agency. Marianna, thank you for joining us today. Hello.
Hi all, I'm Marianna, and today I'm going to talk about building community around your LinkedIn profile.
I believe the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Why do I know what I'm talking about? Because my job is to help high-tech companies turn their employees into community leaders on LinkedIn. Over my career, I have built my professional network from zero 3 times while I changed industries and countries. First, I ran a totally offline events business in Russia. And then after maternity leave, I turned to a less stressful industry, and I started as a copywriter and became editor-in-chief in tech media. Companies paid us to write content that attracted skilled developers to their brands. 2 years ago, I moved to Israel and started my blog on LinkedIn. Now I run an agency that helps companies build professional brands for their employees. Why LinkedIn? Actually, the answer is very short. 1 billion users from 200 countries. And your profile to this audience is a landing page for anything you want. So, how to do it? When you start building a community around you need 3 things. You need to show what it's all about, who you are, and what you do. On LinkedIn, it's done with a clear profile. You attract people with sincere networking, and you retain them and interact even more with engaging content. So let's see what a clear profile is. Photo. Yes, first thing everybody sees in your profile is your photo. Make sure it's not blurred, AI generated, and that it's not your ID photo. No ID photos on LinkedIn. And if you want to check how other people see you, you can upload your pic to photofila.com. It's a website where real people score your photos. And I promise you'll be amazed how different face expressions and clothes, haircuts, glasses, how they affect how people see you. And it is important. A pro tip, don't forget also about the background page. The Canva design tool has many good templates for them. Headline is your title and your super short pitch. It is shown with all your comments and with all your messages, and it is the second thing people see after your name. Sometimes people even start with your headline when they're screening comments. So the standard template for a good headline on LinkedIn is your role, your company, keywords of what you do, and how you can help other people, plus some bonus facts. Here I'm giving some examples of people from blockchain industry. You see, with these headlines, you instantly understand if the person can be of some help to you. And this, I think, the main idea of a headline. Featured section. First, this was a creative mode only option, but now LinkedIn sees us all as creators, so everyone can use it. The featured section provides you with a great opportunity to showcase all the important things that show what you do and how cool you are. It helps help people to start trusting you. Show them something that you did. For example, your best posts or a link to your GitHub, your articles and videos, maybe podcasts, your CV if you're looking for a job, your Calendly if you're doing consulting. It could be anything that works for your goal. About. It's a bit longer pitch than your headline. I prefer to make it short and straight to the point. Some more details of your current role and background, and written in first person, like I did, I'm leading, my team created, and so on. I know that some people recommend writing in third person, like he did, his team created, but to me, it looks weird. It's my profile, come on, I'm talking to my audience directly, not through my press person. But some celebrities prefer third person and old school. So, main thing about, keep it short. 5 or 6 lines at most. Not Roger Ver style, definitely. Experience section. This section is the best place to put more details about your work. The first thing people forget here is to describe the company. Now, if you worked at Google, it is still a good thing to mention in which part exactly. If the company was smaller than Google, then it's good to tell the readers what it did and give a couple of most important facts and the biggest numbers maybe. And only after that, you explain about your achievements, what you did there. It's best to do it via XYZ formula. Accomplished X is measured by Y and doing Z. So here I have an example. 2 lines about the company, super short, and everyone understands that. 3 more lines about achievement with XYZ framework. Recommendations. This is a very important part that I, alas, don't see often on LinkedIn. But recommendations are your social proof. They prove that you're not a robot, you're a real person, you're cool. Recommendations are great not only to finding jobs or clients, but also to showing other people that your circle of connections. Having recommendations from cool guys lifts you up. It could be some experts or founders, your manager. Also, giving recommendation is also very important because it shows you on some cool people profiles. So receiving and giving, you both need it. You need it both. And now let's talk about building the network, building our community. I strongly believe in combining online and offline because nothing beats real life communication. My strategy here is simple actually. Find relevant people online, show them your interest, connect at offline meetups, and deepen the connection in one-to-one meetings. Let's define relevant, whom we want to attract. Usually those people fall into these 2 categories. People like us, engineers, DevRels, marketers, founders, and people we want to work with. The other party. For web studio, for studio, it could be clients. For developer, it could be HRs. It could be founders. It could be anyone you want to connect to from that part. And the better you understand what people you want to attract, the better will be your network. So let's find these people. We're ready to search for them. Sales Navigator can help you here enormously. It's LinkedIn's professional search tool, and it has an awful lot of parameters to tune your search, really targeted. By the way, it has 1 month free trial, and sometimes it's enough to start building your network. Here you can see a screenshot of engineers from Cyprus who mention blockchain in their profiles and who are active on LinkedIn. Active is a very important part here because you need people who will be interacting with you and your content, not someone who comes on LinkedIn only once in 3 years to change the role of the company. You need active readers, you need contributors. Also, apart from searching for people, you could search for posts. And you don't need a paid tool for that. A simple LinkedIn search gives me all the posts on the topic I'm interested in that were published in past 24 hours, past week, or past month. Choose posts with likes and comments and add some more. Influencers. I know many people don't like them, but to stay updated on all the trendy topics in your profession, it's useful to follow influencers. My algorithm for a new industry here is to find the top faces on Google and then look at lesser known people in the comments section. Also, many blockchain pros are more active on X, not so much on LinkedIn. This means that if they post something on LinkedIn, they don't get many comments and your comment will definitely be noticed. Commenting. Yeah, interacting with people. Commenting may seem hard at first, like, what do I have to say to this very smart guy who is a scientist, maybe? Actually, commenting is the shortest way to attract people. So you really need to do it. Why commenting is cool? Because everybody wants their thoughts to be noticed. Give people some attention and you'll be amazed at the response. What's more, if you have less than 1,000 connections, your comment under some popular post will get like 10 times more views than your own post on your own page. So it's going out of a comfort zone, but it's 100% worth it. Let's go back to offline mode. I like meetups. As I've already said, nothing beats good old offline. I guess in every country there are websites with information, and Eventbrite is pretty much everywhere. So just go check them. And meeting people. A good rule of networking is 1 week, one new connection. It could be offline or via Zoom. Showing interest in other people is giving them value. I think it's priceless. I meet with new people regularly and I maintain the connection afterwards. Just checking on them, how do you do, how's your business, how's your project, and they get back to me and we become friends. And I think it's what we need to connect to people sincerely. And now, content, the valuable thing that unites people around your page. First and foremost, what does not work? Generic fluff. What I mean by that? when someone babbles at length about something and nothing at the same time, you probably seen at all. It always pops up on LinkedIn and other social, like, in today's digital age, blah, blah, blah. Go straight to the point in the shortest way. The readers really value it. Also, LinkedIn is not a place to posting. It's professional network, so it's better to leave personal posts to Instagram and memes to X. Actually, memes nearly never perform well on LinkedIn. Like, fraction of percent perform good. So no memes for LinkedIn. And probably you've seen that too. 100% distilled AI with no human touch whatsoever. It doesn't work. Everyone wants to generate content. Nobody wants to regenerate content. Paradox, and you know it doesn't work. What I think about AI is that one needs to be able to write good posts with one's own hand first. For those who can write, I recommend following Ruben Hassid. He posts good prompts for content regularly. And what does work? Your findings, your how-tos, building in public, your pet project, or any cool thing you learned. Don't wait for your startup to go to IPO. You can start writing about it, even if it is just an idea for now and you would like some support maybe. Fixing just some tiny thing, it could be also useful for the other people. And people really value life experience, not something generated or generic. Also, what works too is your story. Yeah, I told you about personal stuff and how LinkedIn is not the right place for personal stuff, but this is your story in professional way. How you learned what you know now, how you became an expert, your struggles and your wins and your challenges that you overcome. It all helps people see you as a real life person and connect with you emotionally. And it is super important in building community. Show your professional style, professional persona, but persona, not some robot, a real guy or girl. And your personality. What I mean here is your honest attitude. If you think that something is underpraised, you can just say that. Yes, being opinionated is maybe not a good thing, but you must have an opinion to be a center of community. To be a thought leader, you must have an opinion and tell people what you think, what you really think. And the worst thing one could do is go in corporate on their own page, like, on one hand, without saying what their attitude is. So please be sincere. Topics to write about. They are strongly connected to everything I said above. The easiest thing possible is writing about meeting with other people, meetings, meetups, one-to-one. Give kudos. Tell people, I met this guy and I learned from him this and this. I talked with this girl at a meetup and she said, I think it's brilliant. It gives people attention and it attracts attention to you. It works both ways, and it also gives attention to meetup organizer. So it's good all over. Also, you could write about some experiments you run. I'm going to test this technology. I'm going to change to ChatGPT API number this. Should I do this? My thoughts are this. Talk to people, share your work. Also, you can talk about new projects and completed projects and work highlights, like also corporate events and your company's news that you find interesting. That's a very important point. Sharing something from the corporate page is dull. Nothing much to look at there often. But if you add your own perspective, it is completely different story. And of course, there are things that you figured about work, life, and they're always good. And here's the most important thing of, I think, all my presentation today. It's cool to be consistent in building your professional brand, but please don't burn out. If you're not selling LinkedIn courses or LinkedIn coaching, you don't need to post every day. Once or twice a week is absolutely fine. Share something good with the right people and you'll receive much more than you give. That's the main idea, and it works. So thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you, Marianna. That was great, insightful, and like there was a lot of information like to think about. And I see that we have some questions in our chat, so let's go to the Q&A session. So first question is, do you know if it's worth it to buy ads on LinkedIn, considering that advertisements on LinkedIn are much more expensive compared to other social media?
Yes, it works. The short answer is yes. They are super expensive compared to other sources for a good reason, because LinkedIn helps you do the super good targeting on your own company, and for B2B companies, it's just priceless. Also, as I'm running social selling projects too, we use this option of promoting an employee's post. Like CBDO is posting something about the product from her perspective, with her emotions, her photos at probably a booth at some event, and marketing promotes this post, and ROI is just perfect.
Okay, great. So does it mean that LinkedIn's algorithm can be used in our advantage as like the person, not only as the community?
Excuse me?
The algorithms, like we always hear this word when we're talking about the social media. Can it be used if we want to, I don't know, promoting our account?
Algorithm is complicated thing. When you post on LinkedIn, you always deal with the algorithm. So it could be good, it could perform awfully. It also happens. And don't get frustrated when your content doesn't get engagement. Maybe something clicked in the wrong way in the algorithm. It happens, really. What does not have good traction on LinkedIn is content from corporate pages. They are mostly dead. And to get attention to your corporate page, you need to pay. That's the only way.
Okay. And one more question. How risky is using outreach tools like LinkedIn Helper instead of buying a premium subscription?
It's not one or the other. You need, for some things, you need both premium subscription and a LinkedIn Helper. And it is for automating cold outreach. For example, it is risky, but LinkedIn Helper is kind of official if you don't overuse it. Like, don't try to connect 4 LinkedIn helpers, four people to one account through 4 different LinkedIn helpers. I don't know, don't overdo the quota for connections and messages. And but the question is what you are using LinkedIn for. If you're building a real community and a real network, I don't believe in automation in that respect, because I strongly believe in human connections, and it's hard to automate that.
Okay. And actually, talking about me, I'm not quite often use my LinkedIn. So what 3 advices would you give me to start and encourage me to use it more often?
LinkedIn is a good investment of one's time, and you just scroll the feed and comment here and there, and people start noticing you, and you go to top of their minds if they're looking for someone for a great role and for some great project, and you're basically doing social media doom scrolling. So LinkedIn is very nice for this.
Okay, I will try to try to work on it again. Thank you
And
for yeah.
it's to start with LinkedIn, the best thing is to subscribe to people you really like. People you are interested in, not people you need, but people you like. And then you see their content, you want to comment on that, they're doing great things, and you want to tell them that. So yeah, turn it into a game, not into dull routine. Take some fun. Have some
Sounds
fun.
like a nice source of motivation.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Let me check if we have more questions. Can see. So, as we close this session, let's give a virtual round of applause to Marianna for her invaluable contribution to our Blockchain Community Day conference. Thank you very much, Marianna, for being with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. And thanks everyone for joining. Stay safe and stay connected. Goodbye.
Bye.